Day 113, Jax, Rockstar. We're on the move. We've got a plan for anywhere between 19 and 24 for today. And yeah, should be good weather-wise. We're all feeling good, well rested after our long 5.1 yesterday. Oh, somebody left their hat. Yeah, make some good miles today, and we got a good plan in place for breaking points. And if something happens with our 5,800 feet of elevation and we get, too tired before 24, we can stop at, looks like anywhere from 19 up to that Goddard Shelter. So we'll just see what happens. Always a site with some power lines. Jackson Rockstar. A little site this way. And there's a lot of icons for viewpoints along our route today. And that's what we get with these higher elevations again. Like right now we've just been cruising, I'm guessing, along this big wide ridge. And we're at like 2,750 feet. And, the last couple days we've been in the 35s again, but we ain't even seen 2,700s in a long time. So, it's nice to be back. And this is, the mud. It's not bad yet. Some of it, like this, is pretty bad. But Tom Lavardi the other day was telling us that as it gets trampled over more and more, especially with the bubble behind us, the mud does in fact get worse and worse and worse. Of course, that goes with rains and stuff adding to the slop. But I'd say so far for us, it's not horrible. There's ways around the bad stuff. But yeah, definitely muddier. But we've seen some similar mud patches here and there. But yeah, it's more frequent, I guess, already with Vermont. Yeah, it's a little messy here. If not for rocks and roots and logs thrown in, it would definitely get wet. But then of course there's always cheater trails that people have created. Don't tell anybody, but I'm going this way. And what do you know, there's some mud here too. It's probably frowned upon to do a path like that.
Okay, Jack here, this is still respectful. Diving in to the food and over here. Sticking the best of the this is beaver bog. I don't think it'd be too good for swimming in.
Top of Consultation Peak, I suppose. It's not marked on far out, but I like that they give us a sign to know what it is. My watch elevation disagrees, so I'm inclined to believe the people that made the sign. I guess I could check with far out too, see what they're calling it. But 2800 sounds cooler than 2660. Anyway, we're within a mile of our first break spot, and that's like 8.5 for the first chunk of the day. I like, usually with, depending on the mileage, if it can be broken up into thirds one way or the other, try to do that. Usually it ends up working out where you'll do a couple of good chunks the first 2/3 and leave yourself with a shorter final stretch for the day. So with the 23.4, we were at about 8 per stop. It'll be a little over 8, so it's already cutting into our final segment of the day. But I mean, so far Vermont has been pretty nice. Trail's not much different than anything we've seen yet. We talked about the muddy patches here and there. Sure, it is noticeably muddier, but then you get plenty like this still. That's just normal trail. But yeah, great day so far.
Gotta keep going. Is it gonna fill up or anything, or just keep going? Keep going.
This is so cool because I feel like my feet are below that water level. It's hard to say, but this is awesome. Beaver pond. All right, let's get going through this. Still working on that lunch spot. We came to that water source that, you know, until you get there you don't know, but I was hoping it would be the spot to have our break, but it's not. Here we go. Nice work. Let me get a couple pictures real quick. Okay. Oh, he flew away. Catch him again.
We'll probably come back for some more salt.
So we stopped for a quick first lunch at the Goddard Shelter. I didn't get a video of that, but I did get a picture of this drawing somebody did. It shows kind of a map of the shelter and the little area where the trails are for the privy, where the trail runs through the shelter area itself. It's kind of neat. So I'll have that at the end of this video. But we're back and let's see where we get overall for the day. Long and slow way down. Rather steep. I wouldn't want to be a southbounder hiking up this. And I also am kind of nervous of what's on the other side once we get down to that road. What kind of climbing do we have in store for us northbounders? Really only one way to find out right now is to go down there and find out. But this would be a tough climb going the other way, I'll tell you that. It looks like a split rock. That's split.
How the fuck?
And it's a rock. And they brought us all the way this way just to walk through that. Cool. How'd they know it was here? They just got lucky? This is what the summit of Maple Hill looks like. It's a good long 2.25 mile uphill hike, about 1,500 foot of ascension. It was pretty good. Up here now, and get over this and go down to our final water source before the shelter area for the night. But we're going to take a quick break down here and then knock the last part out. Feeling good. Might not have been able to tell in the last clip, but the mud got me. Top of the shin deep. There's just like water going in. Missed a board. Right down real quick, right back out. Oh well. And then we ran into Dragonfly right after that. She had left her Volkswagen Euro van at Renee and K-Dog's house where we were tenting the other night, and they took her about 40 miles up trail to walk southbound and get her van and move up the trail, so on and so forth. Well, we just crossed paths with her. That was awesome. She was telling us a story about something that happened at the shelter she was at last night, or first thing this morning, I suppose. But she's something else, that lady. It's awesome seeing her. 83, about to turn 84 out here. And she's just doing it. Trying to set the age record, unsupported. And I mean, she's doing it. So it was cool to see her again. And then she'll move north of this section she's working on, probably after tomorrow, the next day maybe. And she'll move up north of that, and well, I'm sure at least see her at least one more time. But so anyway, be on the lookout for that record setter, because she seems to be capable with how she's handling these things. So anyway, and then we're gonna climb this little peak, basically for no reason. On the map, the trail goes up here, makes a real sharp turn, comes directly back, and it can't be 40 yards over there. But, you know, whatever. It's not a hard climb at all so far. But we could have just kept the low path, gone around this one, because there's still 2 more peaks anyway. But I won't complain, because I need to get these legs back to big mountain strength again. But they feel good. It's right up here. Turn around right here. No complaints though, wasn't too difficult. Got a little steeper after I called it out in the last clip, but nothing too bad. A couple more of those, and we'll be done for the night. And I think it's the Goddard Shelter over here, just before, I guess, a pretty good size fire lookout tower. So, almost done. One final climb for the day. Going up to Goddard Shelter, past some northbounders who were doing this section southbound, but they said great water source there, so it's a good thing we didn't carry anything from the last source, because that would have been a 7-mile carry. But we had a couple good leads that there was water here, so that's been confirmed. But this last climb is about 500 feet in about a mile. So not bad, but it'll be a good workout to end the day. Still gradual incline, but I'm sure it's going to pick up here in a second. Okay, almost to the shelter. And the end of the day. Now, hopefully it's not too crowded. Did pass a few people that are out here doing the long trail, and you know, they would share the shelters as well. Luckily, you know, I tent, so that's not an issue, but other people tent too. So the one good thing about passing people coming up here is that as long as there's space available, I should be able to get set up. But we'll see when I get there.